Alright, so to get started, I'm going to use Beautycounter's Brightening Facial Mist. I'm actually going to use that. My skin's already prepped. I have sunscreen on. I washed my face this morning, put sunscreen on, and then this is just going to kind of act as like a primer just to finish off the skin. So I'm going to do a couple spritzes of this. I'll also use it to set my makeup as well. It smells really good. So I'm going to let that set into my skin. I'm going to go in and use Dew Skin. This one is really nice because it does leave your skin nice and dewy. It's a sheer coverage foundation. I believe it's available in 5 shades, and I'm using number 3. So I will put it onto my fingers and just kind of press it into my skin and then blend it everywhere else. So I like it because it's just a really nice sheer coverage for like on the days you don't want to wear a whole lot of makeup, and just have something that just evens out the skin tone slightly and gives you a nice dewy finish. Now, if you want something with a little bit more coverage, we have our Tint Skin, and this one is in the color Honey. So the Tint Skin is gonna have more of a medium buildable coverage, so you can do it pretty sheer, or you can build up on that one on the areas that you really want. All right, so going in with the Tint Skin, I am just gonna apply it on areas I want a little bit more coverage, which is around my cheeks usually. And again, going in with my fingers. If you use your fingers, you do tend to get a little bit more of a heavy coverage, but I will place it around my face with my fingers. Whatever's left on my fingers is what I'll apply everywhere else. So this is just gonna still let that dewy skin shine through from the Dew Skin, but give me just a tiny bit more coverage where I want a little bit more. And then going in with a brush, I'm stippling it in. So just doing light presses to really lock it into place. So once I've got that all over, I'm gonna go in and conceal underneath my eyes and just kind of brighten up a little bit. All right, so this is the Beautycounter Touch Up Skin Concealer Pen. So you give it a few clicks, the product's gonna come out. It's got a nice brush applicator. You can go in and draw some lines here, like an upside down triangle. Because I use these on clients, I'm actually going to get product on the pen and dispense it onto my hand, which is my palette for today. I don't need a whole lot. And usually when you are concealing, you want to do it about the same shade as your foundation color or your skin color. If you want to brighten and highlight, I would go about a shade lighter. So you can use the brush on the pen, or you can take your finger and dab it underneath where you want it. So I'm going in with the color that's very similar to my natural skin color, because I just want to conceal any of the redness and darkness that I have under my eyes. It's a really nice pigmented concealer. So just going under the eyes using dabbing motions. I do like to bring it onto those little lovely spots of mine that I enjoy so much. I'm going to put a little bit around the nose. That's where we tend to get red. And I'm going to bring it up on this side as well. So a little bit goes a long way. You really don't need a lot with this product, which I actually really like. This is my first time using it and I love it. But look at how much that's already changed my skin. Any discolorations, you can go in and you can touch up those areas. I like to use my fingers a lot. You can go in and use a brush. You can use a beauty blender. But I feel like if you want a little bit more coverage going with your fingers, it warms up the product and it makes it a little bit easier to blend it out. So once I've applied that everywhere that I want, I will go back in with my brush and just blend it together. So we don't have any harsh lines, we don't have any unevenness. It's just nice and smooth all over. Next thing I'm going to do, if you're going to be using any creams, you want to make sure you do all your creams before you layer on your powders. I'm going in with RMS Beauty. This is their illuminator called Champagne Rose. It's a nice champagne-y color. And I liked this because it's a cleaner cosmetic company, but it looks nice and dewy and watery. I'm all about the dewy. So I'm going to lay that onto the tops of my cheekbones. I have also ordered some samples from the Detox Market, which has a lot of clean beauty products there. So I'm giving everything a try, but I'm really in love with this brand called Gressa. It's a liquid bronzer. They have liquid blushes, they have a liquid highlight, but I really like, this is the bronzer, just the sample of it. It comes in a dropper, so you want to give it a good shake before you use it. It is liquidy. It is a little intimidating when you first see it. So with the dropper, you would actually use one drop onto your fingers and then apply it all over your face. Because I have the tester, I'm actually going to place my finger on here, give it a couple shakes. Like, look, it's a little scary. Like when I first saw it, I was like, oh heck no, that is so not gonna look good on me. But just you wait. So I'm gonna get it onto my fingers. You want to press it into the areas you're going to contour. So down my cheeks. I'm going to put a little bit up on my forehead because I think I have an enormous forehead. Yeah. And a balding spot. So let's just make that hide a little. I am definitely going to put it under my chin to contour. And then I'm gonna go in with my brush, another brush, and I'm just going to dab it into place. So make sure you get it up into your hairline because there's nothing like having a nice dark area and then looks like you got a headband of darkness. So bring that down. You're gonna come underneath and I'm gonna lift that up into my cheekbone or my cheek area. But look at how beautiful that blends out. It's gorgeous. I love, 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 love. All right, once you're done with that, you want to set everything with your powder. Now, I don't have the Beautycounter powder just yet. I did get to try it and I did like how it finishes. I do have some powders left over from Lime Life. So I am gonna go in and just set my powder, set my face with a translucent powder. So I'm taking a nice little domed brush and I'm just gonna set the powder underneath my eyes here. I don't want it to crease up on me, so typically what I do is just powder under the eyes. And then I'm gonna layer the rest with my powder products from Beautycounter. I have the Beautycounter bronzer in Surf. What's really cool about all of these compacts, the mirror comes out. So you can actually, when you're traveling, it's a perfect little compact to have with you. So I'm gonna go in with an angled blush brush and I'm going to take the Surf, get it onto my brush, and I'm going to go over that contour that we just did with Gressa. I wanna add just a tiny bit more to really define these cheekbones of mine. I am gonna go back in and it's just adding just a little bit more to what I've already got with Gressa. Now, if you are someone who doesn't do a whole lot of makeup, you could definitely just do that Gressa bronzer and highlight and be good. Or if liquid isn't what you wanna do, go in with this Beautycounter bronzer and just do everything I did with the Gressa, or like I'm doing now, without the Gressa underneath. Now again, this is Beautycounter's bronzer in Surf. Love it. I want to intensify my highlight just a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with Beautycounter's Halo, which is a powder highlight. It's one of the lighter highlights. They do have one that's a little bit deeper. I think that one's gorgeous. It's like a rose gold color. And I'm just going to touch it onto the areas that I've already laid down my RMS Luminizer, just to intensify it a little bit more. I'm going to get down the center of my nose, teensy bit right in here. And then I'm going to go in with Melon, Beautycounter's blush. My lighting sucks. So it's more, there we go. It's like a peachy pink color, more peachy. It's a peachier cheek color. I'm going to go in with my blush brush again. I'm going to take a little bit of that color and I'm just going to apply it onto the apples of my cheeks. I do like to smile. It brings your apples out a little bit more. And I'm gonna lay that color right on the center here and brush what's left backwards. I really like these colors. They are nice and pigmented. You can build on them so it doesn't come out too super intense, but it gives you the right amount of color that you're looking for. And then if you want more, you can always build up with that. All right, so now I like to go in and I will set everything with a finishing powder. It is Laura Mercier's Candleglow Sheer Perfecting Powder. I love this powder. As you can tell, I'm down to the end. But this is the one that I just like to do a really light coat on to blend everything together and just give me that finished look. It's not mattifying, kind of gives you like you lit from within or being surrounded by beautiful candles. But this is Urban Decay's Primer Potion that works really well on my eyes. So I'm going in. I actually have a primer from Thrive Cosmetics coming that I'm going to give a try and we'll probably show you in my next video. So priming my eyes just a little bit. And I am going to go in and use our Beautycounter Classic palette. So this one's really gorgeous. You've got all kinds of warm shades, perfect for fall actually. But I'm gonna do just kind of a natural look on my eyes today. So I'm gonna go in with this color Suede and just use that as my transition color. And then I'm going to go in and play it up just a little bit more. I'm going to do burnished in my crease just on the outer corner. So I am going to go in with a little bit more of a smaller detailed brush. And I'm going to apply that to the outer corner of my eyes. Alright, so just tapping that color into the outer corner and bringing it up just slightly to create a little more dimension into my crease. Now this is not a matte color, it's more of a satiny finish. Satin just means it has a sheen to it. It doesn't have glitter. Satin is actually one of my favorite finishes in eyeshadows. So just placing that color in there, right on the edges. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with Suede and just kind of soften it into my inner corner. So blending it all together. You want to make sure that you're blending your colors. You don't want it to look like you have any lines. This is actually going to help make everything look nice and smooth and like it's naturally within you. All right, I'm gonna go in with a flatter brush and I'm gonna pick up the color called Ivory. Right here, and I'm going to use this as my brow highlight. So I'm going to come underneath my brow and just kind of touch it right in here and do the same thing on this side. Don't mind my brows, they need to be waxed pretty bad. Okay, again going back in with that fluffy brush that has nothing on it and just blending everything together. I'm going to go in with a little bit of a pencil brush here, and I'm going to take burnished and I'm going to go underneath my eyes just to kind of bring it all together. I do take it all the way across, but not to the inner corner. I leave that little part open because I am going to go in with this color called Copper. And Copper I'm going to place right on the inner corner here. And then I'm also going to go back in with Ivory, and I'm going to pop Ivory right into next to the water duct here. Doing this is just kind of brightening and opening up the eyes, making you look less sleepy. Giving you more of a finished awake look. Ooh, pretty. Now I know I have not put anything on my lid yet, so I'm saving that for last. What I am going to do is actually take Copper again. I'm going to use that as my lid color. These are so pretty. Copper is also more of a satiny finish, so is Ivory. In the classic kit, Your matte colors are going to be Suede, Sable, and Sienna, which is a nice burnt orange. So again, I'm going in with copper, and I'm just going to place it onto my lid here. I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to add a tiny bit more of burnished and just kind of bring it down into the bottom corner here. In all of the palettes, in the center, there's a nice little shimmery center. So this one you don't necessarily want to apply with the brush. You actually want to come in, grab your finger. Now it looks like chunky glitter, but look at, I'm gonna pop this right in the middle here with my finger to really grab that color and just, intensify. Oh my God, I'm in love. Going in, doing the other side. So patting is gonna make sure that you don't get any fallout. You're just kind of depositing it onto the skin and letting it work its magic. Okay, so for liner, we do have awesome pencils. I have a black pencil here, but I decided I just kind of want to show you more just using all of the powders. So I am going to go back into our palette here, and I'm going to use Sable. Like I said earlier, Sable is a nice matte color, and I'm just going to kind of place it along my lash line to just give me a little bit of a liner finish. So taking just the powder and pressing it up against my lash line is all you need to do. You can take it onto your brush and you can spritz it with water, and the water will give it more of like a cakey finish to give you more of that cake liner look. So just a subtle look on my liner. So it's basically just filling in any gaps that my lashes might be missing. So I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes, put on my mascara. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm gonna finish off my look using the Beautycounter brow gel. This one is in soft black. So it does come with a little mascara applicator to apply onto your brows. Like I said, I do like to use these on my clients. So for sanitary purposes, taking a clean mascara wand and just kind of brushing off some of the product onto my brush. And then I'm gonna go in and just apply a little bit onto my brows just to kind of fill them in slightly. Okay, and then to finish the look, I'm actually gonna go in with one of our sheer lipsticks. This one is called Currant. It's a nice sheer lipstick here. And just to get a little bit of color. These are nice and hydrating, super creamy. They feel really good on. Perfect. And then to finish off my look, I'm going to spray me back down with the Brightening Facial Mist. And that's my look for the day. If you guys have any questions, please send me a message, let me know. If you'd like to try out Beautycounter for yourself, I can definitely meet up with you, or I can send you some information. And you can visit my website, which I'll have linked in the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.